How you doing, man? You've been I saw you going viral out here on Facebook for this documentary you've been working on, which also we've had Stu Money on the podcast recently, and he was telling us like you have footage of him from like 2012, but we'll get into everything. But for the people that haven't seen it, you've been working on this documentary and you won a prize, which I wrote down. It's called the Whickers Pitch at England's Sheffield DocFest.
Yeah.
And you pretty much won like $134,000, you and your partner, to produce this documentary, which is about 5 rappers from Virginia Beach.
5 rappers from Virginia, period.
From Virginia, so they're not all from Virginia Beach.
Nah. So like what? Stu Money's in it. My nigga Omar's in it. Randy.
Randana.
Yeah.
He's a character.
Yeah, that's my nigga right there. And then I got the twins. I don't know if you heard of them, Bands and Muku.
No, can we pull that up?
Yeah. They was hot out there. They live out the beach. And then Stu Money and then my nigga Regime and me. That's
so everybody's in the 757 though.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the so when did you start working on this thing? Because like I said, Stu told us I think you used to do music videos back in the day.
Yeah.
And he said you just have a bunch of footage of his life from like, I think he said 2012 or 2014. He ended up getting locked up. Oh. You're like still working on this project.
Yeah.
So I guess like how did that start? Like you just like filming a bunch of random footage in those times and it kind of turned into this, or like was it always supposed to be this?
Nah, so like we started, like when I started with Stu, that was like 2014, 2020, or 2012. I don't know. But yeah, we was just shooting hella music videos. And then I did my first documentary in like 2019.
What was that one about?
Dude got killed at the Walmart in Portsmouth. And then a man named James Jones from London, he was starting to do a documentary about that. And then I just met up with him and then started working on that. And then that's where we kind of got the idea. Well, not me and him, but that's where we kind of got the idea of like switching over from music videos to, you know what I mean, documentaries.
Wait, so was that guy living in London when he started working on the Walmart one?
Yeah. So like he heard of the story and then he made a documentary about it and he came over to Virginia and started filming it.
And you just, like, how'd you guys meet? And what was your contribution to it, I guess?
So like, it was a crazy story. So like I was shooting a music video for Young X, R.I.P. But
is that the guy that just died this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was shooting a music video for him and Stu Money. And then this dude, James Jones, he just walks up with his producer and like everybody scatters and shit like that. It's like, you know what I mean? 2 white people with a camera. They like,
it's the cops.
Yeah. So like I stayed and I talked to him. He was just like, yo, I need you to get me in with all these other people that's out here. And I'm like, all right, I bet I got you. And then, I just started doing like shots for him and then did like drone shots for him and stuff like that. And then it just turned into me working on the film with him. You know what I mean?
Is this thing like on YouTube?
I don't know. It was on BBC This World, so I don't know.
Oh, it was on BBC?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Did you get paid for that one?
Oh, yeah, definitely got paid for that.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was all right.
It's so crazy that he's living in London and somebody gets shot at a Walmart in Portsmouth.
Yeah.
And it makes him want to do a documentary and come from London to America. It seems like it's not that crazy of a story.
It's not.
To do a documentary on.
So, like, for them, it's unheard of, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, they don't even have guns, bro. They're just,
they
just getting stabbed up. Like,
yeah.
Anything with a gun just sounds crazy to them.
I mean, I don't think it's more like, because the dude that shot him was a police officer in Portsmouth, and he's like
he got shot by a cop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the story was, it's like this cop that's in Portsmouth is from a whole different state, and then maybe like 2 years before that, he ended up killing some other dude and put like 18 in him, you know what I mean? And then like 2 years later, he ends up killing this dude that's 18 in front of Walmart, and it's like they didn't find no clothes, no merchandise on him, nothing like that. And then he pretty much was like walking off.
Was he off duty?
No, he was on duty. They called him up there.
Was it a white cop, black dude?
Yeah, same story. Yeah.
Bro was trying to make headlines with that.
I don't know, but I mean,
it does. So he already has a history of killing people on duty.
Yeah.
18 shots is a little crazy. I mean, I don't know. So did the guy get, like, what happened to the cop? Did he get arrested or?
He got arrested. He got like 2 years in jail.
So he was in the wrong then, for sure.
So the jury found him guilty. But public opinion, I don't know. So, but the family got like $1 million off of that.
I don't even think I remember hearing about this story. Did you hear about this, Karen? 2 years ago. It's not that long ago. I feel like
No. This happened in like 2016.
Okay.
Yeah. He, the officer got 2 years, and then, time served, all the other stuff.
So that was your first time. That was like your first situation, or like first time thinking like you want to do a documentary. That was the first documentary you worked on.
Yeah.
Before that, did you have any idea of working on your own documentary?
I mean, I feel like everybody does, like, documentaries, like, you know what I mean, feature films and stuff like that. But, like, actually being in it and then seeing how it worked out and, like, actually seeing a real director direct a documentary, I was like, all right, I can do this. You know what I mean?
So you're already working with people, like you're just filming a bunch of rappers from the city.
Yeah.
You get this opportunity to work with this guy on this documentary.
Yeah.
And that, I'm assuming that kind of sets in motion your own thing. So what'd you do from there?
I mean, I kept shooting music videos, and then maybe like a year or two later, that's where I met like my executive producer now on the film that I'm working, Allison Miller. And I just worked with her. This story was about a woman that was born in Virginia, but she's out in Alaska, and she left her baby, underneath a bench in front of a firehouse, and the baby died. And then in Alaska, they gave her 20 years just for that alone. So she was working on a documentary. She connected me, or I connected with her through James Jones. And then, I've just been working with her for like the last 8 years.
Wait, the girl that's working on that documentary about the baby, is that the lady?
Yeah. That
got the 20 years?
No.
She was doing a story on her.
Yeah, she's the director on that film.
Okay.
And then, she hit me up, and I did a couple shots for her, did some work for her, and then she brought me out to Alaska to go film some more. And then, we just kind of clicked.
What was your Alaska trip like?
Different. That shit was like dark from 9 o'clock in the morning to like 6. It was just dark the whole time.
Oh, wait, isn't Alaska one of those places where it's like daytime and nighttime for like months?
Yeah,
it'll be like daytime for like 3 months.
So it was like crazy hard to get the shots because it's like you wake up and it's still dark, and then you wait a couple hours. It might be light for like an hour or two, maybe 3, and then it's right back to being dark.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long were you out there?
Like a couple weeks, like 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably good enough time to get a sense of what it's like. It's cold as hell out there.
I would never live in Alaska,
Yeah?
Yeah, nah.
I think it's one of those places where they'll pay you to come and live out there.
Yeah. So like they make so much money off of oil reserves that they like pay people $2,000 a year.
That's just not enough. I wouldn't live out there for maybe $2,000 a month. Maybe pay my rent. You know, if you broke, like you can't really afford rent, it's like, all right, let's go get some free rent in Alaska.
I mean, so look, in the summertime they do jet skis. They got the beach and all this other stuff like that.
Oh, so it's regular summer, like it's hot.
Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't say hot. It's warm, but like like if you drive out. So I was in Anchorage, and if you look in like the mountains, like people live in the mountains, and they got jet skis, like just chilling right there waiting for the summertime.
That's funny. So you do this Alaska trip, and so this is like another instance where you kind of like spontaneously become part of somebody else's documentary.
Yeah.
You do the one about the dude getting shot at Walmart.
Yeah.
You do the one about the lady leaving the baby in Alaska. And it seems like kind of 2 random occurrences. So you're like, dang, like, am I meant to do documentaries?
I don't know if it's like that. I don't know if it was like I was meant to do documentaries.
But it's like you're like randomly getting pushed towards that lane.
Well, because that's the lane that I was like kind of put in. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like, because before, like I said, we thought about doing documentaries, but it was like some self-made type shit, like some Virginia type shit. And then there's people coming from overseas, like doing stuff in Virginia and all these other places. And it's like, all right, if they're willing to pay for that, because they have no idea what goes on over here. I mean, they got a sense of an idea, but like they really don't know what goes on over here. So they filming it and they talking about it and they like trying to, I guess, get a gist of what's going on. But for me, it was more or less like I'm actually out here. So it's like, you know what I mean? Tell me what's going on, or like, what do you know? Or like, how do you feel about this? What do Americans feel about this? You know what I mean? Like, because they got their own ideas, they got their own set of problems and shit like that. So it's all entertainment at the end of the day, you know?
What did you find they were maybe surprised to learn about America coming from like your perspective and how you shoot stuff?
Yeah.
Like that maybe they did, like they weren't aware of, like you know what I mean?
Mindset, it's like the amount of guns that we got, like to us, it's not shit. Everybody got a gun, you know what I mean? But to them, it's just like, why the fuck do y'all have that? You know what I mean? It's like, it's just a mindset, really. Mindset's completely different. Like over there, they a lot more chill, you know? Like they wake up later, they work, but they get off and then drink and just chill and kick it. Like over here, we really dependent on money. You know what I mean? Like over there, it's like you make your money, but nobody's really trying to get rich. You know, over here,
I get that.
Everybody's trying to be rich.
It's more of a grind here. I'm from Bosnia, so like it's very similar over there. Like people in America live to work.
Yeah.
The rest of the world works to live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, don't let people from England talk shit about our guns, because they might need some guns right now. Have you heard about all the people getting arrested in England for Facebook posts?
Yeah, I just seen that too. It's like they coming up to the house and like knocking on doors, talking about their kids posted this or like they posted this and stuff. Yeah.
That's scary, bro. That's why we have guns. So that's the First Amendment in America is freedom of speech.
Yeah.
The most important. If you don't have freedom of speech, you don't have freedom. And then that's why the Second Amendment right after that is freedom, right to bear arms, to protect that First Amendment.
Yeah.
That's why we have guns.
I mean, I think the freedom of speech thing is kind of like miscued. So it's like,
what do you mean?
So I know for a fact that the First Amendment was freedom of speech against the government. It's not freedom of speech.
No, exactly.
Yeah, it's not freedom of speech
from
against
tyranny.
like everyone else. So I mean, it all comes with consequences regardless of who you're talking about. So it's like you can say this and that about the government, you can say this and that about whoever, but you also might indict yourself, you know what I mean? Or like you say the wrong thing to the wrong person, they could be upset and whatever consequences come, that just comes, you know what I mean? But it's like, it's not about being able to say whatever you want to say. It's about having that right. And then when you're in the right, you need to be able to say that. But other than that, there's no point. There's really no point in it.
So freedom of speech. Well, I mean, I agree. It's for the government.
Yeah.
So we can speak out against a tyrannical government. And that's also what guns are for. So we can protect ourselves against a tyranny from the government.
Yeah, but if the police pull up to your spot talking about you did a Facebook post, you gonna shoot back at the police or what?
Well, I wouldn't. I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah.
But Tupac shot 2 cops and got off of it.
That's also Tupac, and he's also dead still. You know what I mean? Like, he lived it.
No, but he shot 2 cops, and he got found not guilty. Or, like, he didn't get in trouble for that because it was his right.
Yeah.
I think they were, like, off duty and still, maybe, like, not in clothes and, like, police clothes. But there's a lot of instances of people shooting police officers and not getting charged for it because they actually were within their rights.
Yeah. No, I mean, that definitely works. I'm just saying, like, overseas, they don't really understand that.
Yeah, I can see.
You know what I mean?
I can see. I don't know. I mean, I watch a lot of Piers Morgan.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You know who that is? He's from, I want to say he's from London. He's like one of the biggest fucking, like news journalists from over there. So I guess, okay, so you do this one in Alaska. And then what was that decision like, okay, I'm going to finally start working on my thing?
So like, we got done with the thing in Alaska, and then in between us working with the Alaska job, still shooting music videos and shit like that. And then I start showing the co-director I'm working with, Sam, and Allison, like my music videos. Like, you know what I mean? They'll be in Virginia. We would just be kicking it or whatever. Be like, look, I got to go fucking shoot this music video. I show them the shit that we shot and show them all the shit. And they were like, well, what does this mean? You know what I mean? Like a whole gang shit. They don't really know about that. Or like, you know what I mean? Like how does these niggas click up and shit like that? So it's like, all right, we think there's something here. And I'm like, well, what do y'all, because I don't know, because this shit's normal to me. So they're like, well, we think that the music videos that you shoot versus the people that we met, it's two completely different things. You know what I mean? Like with Stu Money, like I've been shooting with him since forever. Like when I first started shooting music videos, it was like he was like one of the ones that I was started with, and it's like all this gang shit and like, you know what I mean, all this other shit that was going on. And then when the camera's off, when we kick it, it was like, this dude, that's my nigga. Like, you know what I mean? We kicking it, we cooling it. He nigga's funny as hell, all this other shit. But it's like, there's two dynamics to who's in front of the camera and then who's off the camera. You know what I mean?
Oh, so they're assuming everybody that's like in these gangsta music videos are just super hardcore gangsters, and we're like, you know, and they're not just like a regular person.
Nah, they're not regular people. That's all they. That's all they see. You know what I mean? So it's like,
that's interesting.
Yeah,
that's like, you know, I can see that because if I'm not from America and you're just on YouTube and you just see all these most dangerous hood in Virginia, most dangerous hood in New York, whatever it is, that's like you see those videos all online.
Yeah.
And then you have no connection with these people, so you don't know how they are outside of those videos.
Right.
And usually in those hood videos, like, I don't think people are really acting like they normally would act. They're kind of just like putting on for the camera. Like,
yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing.
So I can see them not being able to see the, like, just the human side of these people. The human side of
it, yeah. So it's like, for real, in music and rap specifically, if you're not acting the same way that you put in your music videos, like if you want to put out yourself as a gangster rapper, you got to be like that in real life, or somebody's gonna pull your card, and you know what I mean, then you ain't got no more career. So like these dudes are acting out these lives that they live on camera in real life, but you know what I mean, if you put opportunities in front of them, or if like it's a different side or like a different setting, they really aren't trying to be this whole I need to be gangster 24/7. Like nobody really wants to be gangster 24/7. That's just exhausting as hell. You know what I mean? It's like niggas want to kick it with their kids, and or they just want to hang out with their friends and laugh and chill and shit like that. Nobody wants to carry a gun 24/7, like watching their back or like trying to see who's driving down the fucking street and shit like that. Shit gets exhausting as fuck. You know what I mean?
I mean, even if these guys are making music and acting a certain way in their videos, like tough or whatever they're doing in the video, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily take any toughness away from them if they're just acting normal in regular life, because that's what every profession. A UFC fighter, they get in the fight, they get in the ring, and they're a fighter, they're fighting, but they're not just fighting in regular life. Yeah, most of those guys that can like really fight, they're like actually usually pretty chill.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know? I mean, again, who wants to fight 24/7 if you're good at it? Yeah. You know what I mean? Who really wants to do that 24/7? Or like, but it does bring on those challenges of like, all right, this dude's the best fighter. I want to test myself. Let me go straight up to him. You know what I mean? Like a Conor McGregor was around here. Pretty sure that nigga would get tested a couple times, but
maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think he would.
For regular people on the street.
I mean, a drunk.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, all those guys they walk with security. You know. So you that was like one thing you really noticed is these guys from overseas were kind of shocked to learn about the people behind the videos.
I don't think they were shocked. I think they just saw like what I didn't see. So like I said, like I'm living through this life with them, and like, you know what I mean? We see this shit every day, like somebody gets shot or killed or whatever like that. That's normal to us. But for them, they're just like, well, why aren't you so angry? Or like, why aren't you just so like flabbergasted behind this shit? I'm like, we see this shit every day. You know what I mean? It's like, it's no different from when my nigga Cool in Portsmouth got killed, or like, you know what I mean, Young X or whoever else, just like they're not here no more. That's just part of the life. And for them, it's just, it would hit harder for them because they're not used to that. You know what I mean?
So is that one of the like main like purposes, or the like one of the things you dived into with the documentary is kind of breaking down these stereotypes of what people see rappers as? No. I don't really break it down like that. It's implied, really. But I think most of the documentary is just about showing what it takes to become a rapper and be successful in it, and then what does that success mean? You know what I mean? So it's like from what we see, there's like, you got Drake or 21 Savage, like they living in mansions and shit like that, or they got like the nice cars and shit like that, and you don't really see like the build up before that. You know what I mean? And then a lot of these rappers that I filmed, they're emulating that stuff like as if they have it already, when in actuality, nobody really has it, but that's what we're going for. So it's like
showing the character that they put in front of the camera versus what they do in real life. Like, people got real jobs and shit, like they trapping or whatever, or they doing this and doing that to get by. But then on fucking camera, you see all these things with chains and fucking money and all the females and all this other shit like that. And it's not like that for them every day. You know what I mean? But I get it because I helped them build this like hyper unrealistic fantasy. You know what I mean? It's not
through the music videos you shot for them.
Yeah, I mean, like, but it works though. Like, people around here, I'm pretty sure you know people that got like signed or like gotten fucking deals or like got millions of views or whatever. Like, they're making money off of it, but every single person's not doing that. You know what I mean?
So tell us about, I guess, that moment when it's like, okay, I'm doing my documentary.
Yeah.
Are you using a bunch of footage that you already had in the cut that you shot over the years? Like, what is the steps you took? Like, what was that process of like getting it going?
Really, it was trying to figure out who we wanted to get in the documentary first. Because like already having like 5 people is a lot. You know what I mean? That's one thing that we've been hearing a lot lately, trying to get funding or like trying to pitch it to other people. It's like 5 characters is a lot. It's a lot of people that we're trying to like stitch in like 90 minutes to 120 minutes. And then really it's all about trying to find the characterization of who these people are and then representing them properly, you know? Because like obviously they're going to see it before it comes out, but it's like I don't want to put out too much that like makes them feel like they're not being represented properly. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a lot of working with them, and then it's a lot of working with the people overseas and a lot of people over here. It's like, they've already seen a lot of this shit, but it's like trying to be different and then trying to like get the point across of like, so my point is really, these people are gangsters and like, you know what I mean? They do shit if you fuck with them, but at the end of the day, they mother or they brothers, their fathers, they're you know what I mean? Like, they're normal fucking people. So it's like trying to show that human side, but not trying to show them like they're not what they are. You know what I mean? That makes sense.
That makes sense. You want to just portray them in the right light, show who they are. So from what I understand, the what's it called? So you won the Whickers Pitch at England's Sheffield DocFest.
Yeah.
You won $134,000.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, tell me if I'm wrong, this is to finish the documentary.
No,
so the documentary is not done?
No, not even close. We're not even close to finishing. Like, we barely got into a rough cut.
So I'm saying, so the money you got is like supposed to go towards finishing it.
Nah, so like honestly, like the 130,000 like kind of got us out of development into production, but really we need like maybe another 250, 300,000 to keep going. You know what I mean?
Why does it take so much money, and how did you secure funding for this without really having a proof of concept? Like, how did you win?
So like the amount of money, it varies. So like we're still looking for a producer, and producers technically bring in money to the film, but they also get paid. They have their own team. So if a producer comes in and they're like one of those people that are really, really good, that might take another 150,000, 200,000, depending on how much money they get us and how much they get paid and who they need to pay on their team. And then really it's just, like I said, pitching. Like we did a pitch maybe 2-3 years ago, and we got funding. We got like maybe 25,000 from Field of Vision.
Where's
that's
that?
in New York.
New York? Okay.
Yeah, that's in New York. And then that was just kind of to develop, like, you know what I mean? Go get shots or like so the people overseas, they got to fly over here. They got to get housing and shit like that. So that shit costs money. And then like one thing that shocked me was like it's a thing called deliverables. And deliverables are like for the Whickers, we got to give them like certain documents and videos and audio and stuff like that. And then anybody else where we premiere or whoever's going to see the fucking film, they need to have like certain formats or like certain titles or certain subtitles and shit like that. So there's a production house that we go to, and just the deliverables alone, it's like 20,000. You know what I mean? And then we got to pay like a colorist. We got to pay sound design. It's like, it's a lot of people that you got to pay. So it's like the 130,000 is cool. Like, it definitely got us out of development into production, but you need a shitload of more money to keep going and actually get a fucking product that you could deliver to like a Netflix or HBO or whoever else wants to be in a part of production, you need to have that money to be able to deliver that shit.
Yeah, I wasn't sure like how much of the film was done when you guys won the money and like how big your team was.
Yeah, no. So I mean, the team is really, really small. So it's like me and then Sam, my co-director, and then Allison, she's the executive producer, and then we got Callum, who's like the bookkeeper and stuff like that. And other than that, it's really about it. It's just us four, and then with all the people that's with us, like you know what I mean, like Stu Money and Omar and Regime, like they just we just go out and film them. So it's like right now the money helped us get out of development. Now we're going to production. Production is more or less like us doing rough cuts and rough assemblies. Like we're taking the shots that we did over like the last. When I got with Sam, it was like 6 years or 5 years of us like filming and then my footage from like 2012, 2011. That's all being like processed and like put into Avid, and then we're looking at like all the footage. Like I spent like 3 weeks in Ireland, and we just sat there and just looked at all the footage. And then after we got done looking at all the footage, we started doing assemblies. So it's like taking like scenes that we like and putting them on a timeline and then trying to cut that down. So it's like we got like 40 scenes of all the characters, which is like maybe 6-7 hours worth of footage. And we got to try to cut that down into like 90 minutes, you know?
Cut that down and then also, I guess, figure out a storyline.
Pretty much.
You're not just gonna have a bunch of random footage of where is this thing going? Like
yeah, you can't. So it's like we got to see again. Having 5 characters is a lot, so we got to see who works with who's gonna get this much time on this spot, or like who's saying what at the same time. So it's like a lot of the reoccurring things is like people are living their normal lives and then trying to do this rap thing, but they don't really coincide. So it's like unless you got the money to take care of your family and then go out, you going out and then not really bringing back that much money back home, or, you know what I mean? Your kids need to do this or your family needs to do that. It's like, it's a tough thing. So it's like trying to figure out how that balance works with the characters and then put that into 90 minutes, but also make it entertaining. You know what I mean?
Is there any part of it that you like know for sure it has to be that way? Like I wanted to start like this, or I wanted to finish like this. Like, is there any part of the story that's set in stone in your mind?
Not really. Cause like I learned a lot doing this whole thing, like, because starting off, like, a lot of these people were my friends, you know what I mean? Like, these were my niggas that I was just shooting with. And then doing this film, I learned a lot about them, more than what it was, just, like, the rap shit or the music shit. Like, we had the same goals. We always wanted to make it, whatever. But, like, filming them with, like, their kids, or, like, meeting their parents and, like, hearing their parents tell stories about them, or, like, learning about the trial and tribulations that they had to go through to just even get to this point where they're at now. It's like, well, shit, you know what I mean? Like, you went through a lot. Like, 2 of them been shot in the head.
Who got shot in the head?
My nigga Regimes. He's had like his whole thing. Like, he's a gangster in himself, and then he's been shot, and like he's had to go through life with, like, you know what I mean, dealing with that. And then my nigga Muku, he got shot in the head, and like he's completely blinded. So it's like trying to help him get through that. And then all on the same time, trying to like still do this music shit. It's not easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. So we're talking about kind of the process so far since you've gotten that funding, right?
Yeah.
You went to Ireland for 3 weeks. You guys looked at all the footage.
Yeah.
You're trying to figure out the storyline. You got the $25,000 from the New York thing.
Yeah.
You guys are out of development right now, going into production. Maybe we can back up a bit. So tell us about the trip going to England to make this pitch.
Yeah.
At the Sheffield?
Yeah.
Sheffield DocFest.
Yeah.
Tell us about that trip. You go out there, you're going to make this pitch, trying to win this money to get your documentary off the ground.
Yeah.
Like, what was that like?
It's different. So like, so even to get in the pitch, there's like, you got to do like this whole entry thing, pay money, and like hella paperwork. You know what I mean? Hella paperwork. Tell them about the film and shit like that, like what your budget is, shit like that. So like, out of like 800 entries, there was only 5 people that got picked, and our film was one of the 5. So like, they fly us out there. It's this whole fucking documentary festival. It's like thousands of people are out there and shit like that. And then, yeah, they have you pitching in front of like 1,000 people.
Everybody?
Yeah, in front of everybody. So like I'm in front of this big ass fucking stadium with like just hundreds of thousands, not hundreds of thousands, but like thousands of people in front of me. And then like a lot of the projects, they were good. Like, you know what I mean? Like they were legit fucking projects.
What were some of these other like 5 that got picked? Do you
so
remember?
like, I really don't remember a lot of them. You know what I mean? Like, all right. So like the one who came in second place, she was talking about like her journey and like this guy that she met and like it was a father figure to her and she's like from India and like trying to make it whatever. Like I can't really tell you too much about him because I was so focused on our shit. But like yeah, it's like you go up in front of all these people and then like you have this pitch deck, you talk for like 8 minutes and you answer like questions for like another 8 minutes and then they just pick who they want to put the money into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So you on stage. That's your first time like speaking on stage?
Yeah, that was my first time speaking in front of everybody. Like
no practice doing public speaking.
Nah, it's like a lot of the other 4 people that we were like up against, like they done this hundreds of times or however many times they did it, like they didn't have to look at no paper or they didn't have to like, they already knew what they was gonna do. Like me, I'm just kind of like sitting there with my fucking paper, like reading, not even looking at the fucking audience and shit like that. But I think that helped me out because the
authenticity.
Yeah, it's like they know I don't do this shit. You know what I mean? Like they know that it's like my first time and like it's genuine. You know what I mean? Like I think they looking for that and like storyline. They never really heard about that and nobody's ever seen this shit. Like in my lifetime, I've never seen like the story of people trying to make it. It's always been like with Kanye. Like Kanye's already had like fucking plaques, or he's already did work with Ja Rule or whoever the fuck it is. And then you start seeing a documentary of him like making it in Yeezus and stuff like that. But like the other 99% of people who haven't made it or like still trying to make it,
you don't see the journey.
Nah, you never see the journey.
Yo, Kanye probably has like the best documentary of all time.
I think so.
Bro, I love that doc. Yeah.
That or I've seen AI's documentary and I fuck with that one.
I haven't watched that one yet.
Really?
Didn't that just come out like this year, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
I fuck with that one too. That one's hard.
Bro, Kanye shit, I might gotta rewatch it. It was the one I think he put out like a couple years ago. Like his mom was in it. And
yeah.
What's his name? What was the guy's name that was following him around? Cootie.
Yeah.
He was filming him for years. He's one of those guys that he saw the vision. He knew what was going to happen.
Oh, I think Cootie made like 17 million, or it was him and the dude named Chico, whatever the fuck. But they got 17 million off Netflix for that footage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Netflix will buy stuff, man. They're buying a lot of comedy specials right now. Go up, Karen. Yeah. Okay, got an 82 on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, not bad.
Yeah, ain't bad at all.
Things don't usually.
Chike. There it is.
Chike.
Yeah.
So that's who made the movie.
Yeah,
Cootie and
so
Chike.
Cootie and Chike, they were doing like they did a 30 for 30 with Stephon Marbury and like all this other stuff before this film came out. But him and Chike were doing music videos for Kanye and like all the people out in Chicago and shit like that before this came out. So like again, they were doing all right. I mean, like for somebody like us or like somebody like me, I'll be like, all right, shit, I made it doing that. But they made it doing this fucking film.
Mm. So you're on stage, you give your presentation, your 8-minute pitch, you answer the questions, and then what do you like? Get off stage, and when do you find out right away that day that you won, or?
I think it was that same day that we find out. So
like they brought you back on stage and like announced you that you were the winner?
Yeah. So it's like in this big fucking ass auditorium or whatever you want to call it. And matter of fact, it was the next day. It was the next day that we found out. But they go out, they give you like this trophy and like this little piece of paper, whatever. But like, it's really about the money. So like that's one of the biggest documentary funds that you can get in the world. You know what I mean? Like,
what do you mean?
So like, usually when you pitch and try to get money from like different other production companies or organizations and shit like that, usually it's like 25,000, 30,000, maybe 60,000. But to get like 100,000 in pounds, there really not too many out there, if any. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So, and then usually what they've told me was like the first 100,000 is the hardest to get because nobody really wants to put in money into something that's uncertain. You know what I mean? It's like once you get past that first 100,000, then everybody else starts like rolling in and like it gets a lot easier after that. You know what I mean?
I'm just still in shock that you got the funding without having anything done.
Yeah.
So they saw no video, no footage, straight off the concept.
So they saw like maybe a 3-minute video of the old footage that I put together. You know what I mean? And mostly it was me just talking. But like they got to see like Stu Money or Muku and like, well, shit, that was really it. And then, yeah, it was really just off the strength of the concept of the film.
That's fire. They're just so amazed. He's like, yo, these black guys from America, and
yeah,
they're going crazy. Like, what's going on?
Well, one of the things they never seen shit like that before. You know what I mean? And then have somebody like me explain it to them. So it's like, I think one of the things that makes it a good film is like I'm directing it and I'm narrating it and I'm also in the film. So it's like I'm taking these people into this world and like drop them off with my friends and like letting them go through off with their lives and stuff like that. And I'll take them out, put them back in another situation. Like whoever, what else is like when Stu Money went to jail, like I was right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you told me you were at the jail when he got out.
Yeah. Man, I waited out like 7 hours waiting for him to get out. You know what I mean? Like just sitting in front of fucking Chesapeake jail, just chilling, waiting. But
That's
like,
crazy.
But before that, like we was doing it. Like we went out to Colorado and fucking just kicked it out there, stayed in the mansion and chilled and shit like that. And then like before that, like I shot damn near, if it wasn't every single video, I shot every single video for Stu Money. You know what I mean? Like I think from like 2013 to 2014 to like damn near 2020, it was just me and him just going hard.
I don't know all of the artists that are in the documentary, but I know Stu Money and Randana.
Yeah.
And you pick, those are solid too. Both of them have really great personalities.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of rappers, and I don't want to, not any shade to anybody, but not everybody has a great personality. A lot of people are kind of standoffish or just kind of timid. Both of those guys are funny, and they're fun to be around, and they're just like very entertaining.
Well, shit, everybody in the film, like, they're just like that. You know what I mean? Like, they're a character, but they're a good character. Like, they're people that you want to see, or the people that you want to hang out with, or like, you know, somebody that's like them. You know what I mean? Like, they're full of life. And like, their egos are not assholes like Kanye. You know what I mean? Like, they genuine people, and then they really live the life that they put out.
But I think Kanye's a narcissist. He's going a little past ego.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean,
nah, both of those guys are really fun, bro. Did you see you see when we had Stu on like a month or two ago?
Yeah.
You saw when he made the promo video and we were done? He was like, podcasters always want to tell me what the fuck to say. He's like, some shit. I'm like, bro, that boy Stu is hilarious, bro.
Nah, that dude is funny, yo. It's like, Stu Money, he could be a comedian, he could be a fucking rapper, he can be whatever the fuck he wants to be, honestly, just from off the strength of his character. You know what I mean?
So, okay, so you win. You're in England, you win the money.
Yeah.
And so now it's like crunch time. Does it feel like pressure? Like, yo, these people put some money behind me now. Like, yo, like we gotta do this thing.
Nah, it didn't even seem like no pressure. So it's like, to be real, it's not like you get all the money up front. You know what I mean? It's like they make sure that you're doing the right things at the right times. So it's like you get the money in tranches, what they call tranches. So it's like they'll give you a couple thousand here, a couple thousand there, but you got to hit like certain goals to get the rest of the money.
What are the goals?
So like one of the goals was we got to get to a rough assembly, a rough cut. Like we got to show them something. Because like you said, like they giving you the money off the strength of just this pitch and like maybe a 2-minute fucking video. So it's like you got to show them that you're working. You just can't take the money and just go fuck off or go buy some shit.
It's
you know
like
what I mean?
You get the $100,000 and it just like disappear.
Yeah. Nah, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. And then so it's like we got to get to a point where we're getting to a rough assembly or a rough cut to show them like, all right, this is what our idea is. This is how we want to do. And then like the people at the Whickers are great. Like they've been with us. Like they was out with us in Amsterdam this past week and just kicking it with us and just chilling and like giving us ideas or like having us meet people and stuff like that. Like they don't just invest in money. They invest in you personally. So like they're trying to develop you as like a real director or like a real film or like, you know what I mean? If you're lacking in something, they're there to kind of like pick you up and put you in the right place with the right people and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a good investment, but they're with you throughout the lifetime. You know what I mean?
Well, since you just mentioned it, you spoke at the IDFA Producers Forum.
Yeah.
That was in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Yeah, how was that like?
Different. That was different. That was like my first time being in a country where they didn't really speak English at all.
What did they speak in Amsterdam? Was it
Dutch?
Dutch? Okay.
Yeah, it's like they right next to Germany. You know what I mean? And again, so that's one of the biggest documentary fests in the world too. And
I saw on your post, you were like, I wrote it down. You were like, could barely speak full sentences in front of the audience.
Yeah. So look,
you're just so nervous.
So yeah, so it's like, all right. So the difference between the Whickers and IDFA was like, the Whickers, there's just like, you know what I mean, film people, or like they really like love the art of film. At IDFA, it was like commissioners and producers and fucking like all these really, really big name people looking to find the next film they could be a part of, or like fund, or whatever they need to be there for. So it's like you had to be a certain type of person to be in one of those seats, versus like the Whickers, which is like you can buy like a $400 ticket and just be in there, you know what I mean, kick it, meet all the artists or whatever. But like
everybody
IDFA,
there is like professionals.
Man, it was crazy. It was like met people all around the world, and like met all these really, really great filmmakers, and then they're all trying to get like millions of dollars of funding. You know what I mean? So like they came on some serious shit. And it's like, all right, so everybody in the audience is like on some serious shit too. It's like we met people from like Plan B or like Netflix and Hulu, and like all these big players are like looking for the next thing to put on their fucking platforms. And it's like, it was more of a conversation. It wasn't really like a pitch, but it's just like you're trying to present yourself in a way where they want to put money behind you. You know what I mean?
So your purpose being there is to get the story out more, and also get more funding. Yeah. Were you able to get any more funding there?
We talked to a lot of people, so it was more like connecting with the right people. And I mean, like, it did what it was supposed to do. And like nothing's been into fruition yet, but it's definitely coming. So like I said, we got to get through that point of doing a rough cut or a rough assembly, and then showing people like what this film is, because we have not really made anything yet. So like with all the characters and like my niggas that's in the film, like they want to see shit, but I'm like,
there's nothing to see yet.
Yeah, we haven't really made shit yet. You know what I mean? We're still like kind of filming.
Well, you said earlier that it will actually take another like $250,000 to get it done, you think? So is that set in stone? So you won't get it done unless you get the rest of that funding?
No. So like we're about to go into this editing phase now. So like I said, we got out of development. We're in a production stage. Like we don't got to really do too much filming. We're still going to be filming, but right now for like the next 5 to 6 months, maybe longer, we're going to just be in the editing room, just chopping shit up, putting shit together. You know what I mean?
Who's the lead editor?
Sam, my co-director Sam. So like that's another thing too. So like over here, we do a lot of like Premiere Pro or whatever. But like in the real industry film like world, they do Avid. You know what I mean? So like I'm learning Avid now, and that's just a whole different beast in itself. Like cutting shit up is cool. Like, you know what I mean? Put shit on timeline and cut it up, and then put another scene behind it. That's different. That's cool. But Avid is more or less like where I can share like what I've done. Like if I made a scene, I could share it with my nigga Sam over in Belfast. Ireland. Yeah, and he has everything. It's like, it's more
a collaborative thing.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, Premiere Pro does collaborative things, but it's different. It's not the same. You know what I mean? Like
that sounds cool.
No, the big productions. Like if you go on Netflix and watch Stranger Things or shit like that, they don't edit on Premiere Pro. They edit on Avid. You know what I mean? That's like this industry standard, whatever everybody works on type of shit. So like I'm learning that and editing on that, but like the lead editor right now is Sam. But that's another reason why we need money, because he can't just sit there and edit the whole time either. So like we're trying to find more money to pay an editor called Chloe. She's been with us for like the beginning of the shit too. She's won like a whole bunch of awards. She did shit for this film called For Sama, and like she just did a Wu-Tang Clan documentary. And she's like the one who's like the big name that we're trying to get to be on the film, but she costs a lot of money.
How much she costs?
Maybe like $2,500 a week.
Yeah.
And it takes months, damn near a year to edit. So I mean like $2,500 a week. That's like $10,000 a month, 12 months. That shit adds up. You know what I mean?
That's like $1 million, 1.2. Wait, what am I thinking? My fault. I said $1 million. Yeah. She's like, you know what? Pay me $1 million. We can take that.
But yeah, just to get...
Well, I guess even on that, so these different people that are funding it, do they have any, like, okay, so when you make it, let's say Netflix buys it.
Yeah.
Does that festival, whoever invested it, do they get some money from that deal? Like, do they want money back?
Nah, so most, for real, they just want their name, like, at the end credits. You know what I mean? Like if we get an executive producer, like let's say fucking Pharrell or fucking Pusha T comes in, usually how it works is like you get the money from the funding to pay them. You know what I mean? Or like it's a lot of grants. So like grants you don't technically have to pay back, but if we get like a production company like Time Studios or Plan B, anybody like that puts money into it, then they get like a fucking percentage back if we sell or sell to a distributor. But really, nah. A lot of these people just put the money in for that name to be put out for them.
So who owns the rights to it? If you do sell it to Netflix, who's getting that money?
If we sell it to Netflix, first we got to pay back all the production companies that worked on. So like with Erica Starling, we have to pay them back first.
After expenses?
After expenses.
Who's the guy?
Who's the person getting money?
Who's the check getting written to?
It depends. I mean, that check might not even be as big as you think it is.
From Netflix?
Yeah.
You're going to get at least a couple million probably.
I doubt it.
Really?
At best, maybe $1 million. At best, maybe $1 million. But really, it's more or less like paying, like, so we got to pay 5 people in this film. Like, you cannot pay somebody to be in a documentary because it doesn't become a documentary after you pay them. They're actors. You know what I mean? So, like, we're going to be paying for, like, different things, but you got to pay them. And then, like I said, the marketing and stuff like that, you got to pay for that, too.
So you're not even really expecting to make a lot of money off this thing?
Not this one. Nah, I'm not expecting to make fucking not that much money. It's to get my name out there and then get into these circles that's
get your
like...
foot in the door.
Yeah, because, like, my next film that I work on, that's the one I'm making money off of.
I can resonate with that, bro. Like... I do a lot of things for free.
Yeah.
Everything. I mean, I've never charged a guest. I never really charged anybody I've made content with like that.
Yeah.
And I'm doing this to get my name out there and also kind of cultivate my style of video and how I want to produce things, right? We do skits. We do podcasts. I want to get into short films. We have an idea for a documentary, too, that we want to do with some artists out here. Yeah. I want to do a documentary with artists out here, but I want to tell a different story, just use them to tell it. Yeah. Like the story might not even have anything to do with music. You know what I mean? Just use artists from out here to tell this other story, not their story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That, and then kind of like I did have an idea for a documentary that is covering what makes a city become a hotspot for creativity.
Right.
Right? So like what's leading up to that? Like, what are all the different variables in that? Yeah. Like, how does it shift from state to state? And use our art to tell that story as well. So I see myself doing a documentary in the future, like short film, stuff like that. Yeah. So I think that's what I think it's really cool what you're doing.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely, if anybody wants advice from that, it's just more or less like, get the idea down, and then just start looking at like all these festivals or like look at people who are doing documentaries or whatever, because you never know, like they're always looking for people to create content. And if you got the idea and you pretty much got it all written out and planned out, really the hardest part is finding the money.
Yeah, some people make great documentaries with low budgets. Yeah. They put them on YouTube and they go crazy. Like what's the guy that... There's a guy that did a documentary in Gaza, and he just did it off his like camcorder. Yeah, very low budget. It was a great story though, and he won some award for it. I think it was at the Emmys. Type in Gaza documentary wins or something like that. It should pop up.
Yeah, nah, fuck the equipment, bro. Equipment doesn't matter about shit.
The story, bro.
Exactly.
It's a fucking story.
Yeah, the equipment don't matter about shit.
Look at our cameras.
Yeah. Bro, but it works.
We focus on the substance.
Yeah.
You can have 8K quality and all this crazy shit and you have no substance, and it's like there's no feeling there.
Bro, one of the most like
not to cut you off. Yeah, this one. No Other Land.
Okay.
Independent documentary which focuses on Palestinian communities in the West Bank.
Yeah.
So he's just showing all this, like, how the Israeli military is just, like, kind of coming in and kicking people out of their house, demolishing their homes.
Yeah.
And just kind of like the struggles that the Palestinians are going through in the West Bank. And what did he win, though? Go down? Yeah, he won a 2025 Academy Award. He won an Oscar for Best Documentary Feature.
Yeah, that's fucking huge.
Yeah.
But so, like, winning the awards is cool. It doesn't necessarily translate to money.
Well, I'm sure for him, he doesn't necessarily care about money in this project. He wanted to get his people's story out.
Yeah. That's the shit that wins, though. That's like the shit that actually does blow up and you accidentally make money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how that works. But, like...
what were you about to say, though?
Nah, it's like, shit, I honestly forgot. What was I about to say? It's really about people who genuinely care about what they're doing versus, like, the people who are, like
doing it for the money?
Yeah, it doesn't work that way. It never works that way, yo. Honestly, like, I don't know. I always tell people, it's like, if you want to be a rapper, you got a better chance of being in the fucking NFL or, like, doing whatever. If you're trying to be like Drake or people who have $1 million houses or whatever, like, you got a better chance of being in the NFL. At least they got 34 teams that have like 100 people up there versus like rappers who
not if
like,
you're already like 25 years old. Like, you already passed your point of like getting your body ready for that. I mean, anything you do, bro, if you're there, I mean, obviously in every industry, there's people that are just there for the cash grab.
Yeah.
They don't care about it. They're not passionate. They notice other people winning, making money. Like, oh, let me try it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of musicians. That's a lot of people in the music game. Usually the ones that are actually passionate about it, they stand out. They have longer careers. They actually make things happen. I think it's really interesting that I never heard that before, that if anybody that's in a documentary gets paid, it's no longer considered a documentary.
It's not. It's so a documentary is more about real life. It's nonfiction. You know what I mean? If you get paid, what's to say that they didn't start acting out differently because they're trying to get more money? You know what I mean?
That's like Snow on the Bluff.
Yeah. Nah, man, I love
Bro,
that.
I thought that shit was real for like my whole life.
No.
Till like 5 years ago or something.
No, that shit is not, it's a documentary, but it's like a mockumentary. You know what I mean?
No, I know it's not real now.
Yeah. So it's like, but yeah, from my experience, it's like, if we're doing like an actual fiction film, then you could pay actors. You know what I mean? But in a documentary, if you're trying to depend on people who like give you facts, if you pay them, what's to say that you're not like manipulating the facts? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
After that, it doesn't become real.
Well, also what we were talking about, maybe this might jog your memory before we looked at that. We were talking about camera quality versus like substance and all that. I don't know if that jogs your memory at all. What you were thinking of earlier.
Yeah, no.
But it's like, especially in today's age, like we have camcorders. They are like 4K, I believe. But we don't have the best camera quality on the internet. Most podcasts have better camera quality.
Yeah.
But what I also have heard that is in media, audio is actually more important than video.
That's 100% true.
Somebody will, if you're on YouTube right now watching some video that has trash video, but the audio is decent, you'll probably still like sit through it. But even if the video is 8K, but the audio is all screechy and sounds crazy, you probably won't watch it.
They're going to get out of it. So look, I'll give you two examples. The Blair Witch Project and Paranormal Activity. Blair Witch Project was on a camcorder like these, but it wasn't about the quality of the film. Actually, the quality of the film made it more real.
That's part of the aesthetic.
Yeah. It made it more feel realistic. Like you could be in there, like this could be you. And then Paranormal Activity was more like webcams, you know what I mean? Like fucking cameras that you have for like your Ring camera or some shit like that. It wasn't about the quality of it. It was the fucking story. Like what did they put into the fucking film? You know what I mean? Like, and like those budgets for those films were fucking dog shit. You know what I mean? Like they didn't have shit, but they ended up making millions and millions of dollars. Like Paranormal Activity had the whole franchise going on and shit. So it's like, it doesn't really matter about the camera quality or what kind of camera you have, as long as you have the right product. You know what I mean? Like people will buy it. It's not, I don't think people even really understand what they see when they see like a good film, or like with Sinners, like he had to explain like all the shit that he did, like 70 millimeter film. It's different. Like, you know what I mean? It's not the shit that they're used to, but if he didn't explain that, I think people would have watched it and not even known twice about it or thought twice about it. You know what I mean?
That was a decent one. I enjoyed Sinners, but I do think it was overrated. I think Weapons was really good. Have you seen Weapons?
I've seen Weapons. Weapons was cool.
I thoroughly enjoyed that. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
I like movies where it's like a twist. It's like, and also it's like, I mean, you're probably been seeing this too, but I feel like in the last like 10 years and maybe even 20, it's like people aren't really making good movies.
Nah,
a lot of recycled ideas. You get, here and there, you get a great new idea. But it's like, I don't know if they're just trying to go the safe route.
Yeah.
Or it's like they just genuinely don't know what to make anymore.
Yeah, so like what a lot of production companies are doing now, they're like doing a lot of remakes and shit that they know people like. They're not taking risk anymore. You know what I mean? Like even with our film, like if we got like $3 million, that's still $3 million that people are like taking a risk on. Like they're trying to get their return on investment versus like they did a Toy Story thing. You put $2 million in Toy Story, you know you're gonna get that money back. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they got a new one coming out.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the have you seen this, Karen? The new like villain in Toy Story is an iPad.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's killing shit right now.
Yeah,
it's killing shit.
Bruh.
But production, yeah. No, I'm saying production companies, they like, or even just distribution houses, they're not really ready to take that risk on something they have no idea what kind of return they're going to get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you see that in really any creative industry. I feel like we can even say that about labels. Like, when's the last time you saw a label take a risk on an artist that, they want you to have your own buzz, already have your own motion, have everything. But it's like, why don't you find an artist that you genuinely think is good? They might have a little lower traction, but you can help them develop, and like in a few years they can take over the world.
Because that's taking a risk on people. Like, again, if you have somebody who has an ego of like they want to be a rapper and then they feel like they made it when they haven't done shit, and they start fucking off or getting drunk or fucking just all they do is smoke or do some other shit or like whatever. You know what I mean? It's like you just put all that money into something that you just not getting return on. And if you keep doing that, you're not gonna have a business anymore.
I see that. Find a different rapper. You don't got to do that. You got to.
I mean, after about how many times? So like you're gonna do like 5 different rappers and like
maybe. I mean, I always remember with Gary. Gary V.
Nah. Oh yeah. I know.
Like the wine dude. He does like all the motivational videos. Yeah. But he said when he's investing in a company, he doesn't care. Not that he doesn't care, but it's not the most important part. Like the idea. Or like the company, it could be a great idea, but what his like selling point is, what makes him want to buy into something, is the person behind the company, behind the idea.
Yeah.
If he knows that you're passionate, you're dedicated, you'll see this thing through. You won't just get a little bit of success and just fall off, or like you're saying, get drunk, start fucking the money up.
Yeah.
So I mean, I agree with that. Like it's the person behind the idea, because also like it really is the execution. Ideas are plentiful. There's a lot. Anybody can have an idea, but can you execute this idea? I'm sure before a plane was invented, a bunch of people were like, "Yeah, I wonder if you can just like fly through the sky."
Yeah.
And then it's like somebody had to go execute that idea.
Yeah. Well, shit. All right. So like, look, one of my favorite artists I've liked for years and years was Trees Low Key, and he's from out.
I know Trees.
Yeah. I fought with him hard, but it's like not that many people know about him in Virginia.
People know about Trees in VA.
I don't think. I mean, I haven't really heard.
He's kind of more like the last era. He ain't really been dropping in the past few years.
Nah, but it was like when he was hot, he was hot.
Bro, pull that video up with Trees. He's like in the house with XXXTentacion.
Yeah,
you probably seen that.
Yeah.
So wait, so you saying that? What are you saying about Trees?
I'm saying it's like for me, like him and Young Chris or whoever, I feel like they were doing it. And then, like, with Trees, like, it's just slowly kind of just...
fizzled out.
Yeah. And it was like, I feel like that was one of the people that was supposed to be, like, one of the ones that was supposed to get out of here. And, like, I'm pretty sure he's doing, like, other things. So he's made his money here and there. But it's like, again, part of what my documentary is about is, like, what we see on social media. It's like, he was supposed to have a fucking i8 BMW and fucking $1 million house and shit like that. Because I feel like his music was a lot better than... some shit that I've been hearing lately. You know what I mean?
His music is great.
Yeah.
He has a song that I really like, Transport.
Yeah, I like Transport too, yeah.
I got 50 rags in a transport. Yeah,
but it's like on a big stage like that, like I'm pretty sure if I go back out the beach and ask people who Trees low key is.
Maybe not so much these days. The real ones know he's kind of like underground in the city, but he definitely made a big name. I mean, in those like 2015, 2016, 17 days, like going crazy. Not even just about Trees. I don't know him personally, but bro, that happens to a lot of people, man. They get burnt out. Yeah. They've been doing this thing for so long and going through all the failures, and like they finally get their foot in the door. And people get burnt out, but I will also say some people just burn all their bridges with their attitude and who they like, their character and how they treat people.
It's the ego.
The ego. They make people not want to work with them. Yeah, and they just block their blessings. Yeah, that happens to a lot of people too.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. And then but it's like part of my film is just like what is considered making it. I mean, like me and you would say that like, all right, Trees made it because he's in his room, he's making a lifestyle from his music and shit like that. But if you ask somebody else, he's just like, all right, well, where's his fucking car at? You know what I mean? Like, show me what kind of car he is. I'll tell you if he made it or not, or like his house or whatever. Like making it is more of an idea of who you are as a person. Like for me, making it is like if I got my car, I don't care if it's a fucking Toyota fucking Camry, and I got my 3-bedroom apartment in fucking the beach or whatever. Like, bro, I made that shit. You know what I mean? Like if all I got to do is just fucking make films and I can keep this. Who the fucking tell me that I didn't make it? You know what I mean? I don't got to work a 9 to 5. You know what I mean? I don't got to go work at Levi's or fucking at Walmart or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, but for some other people, if you don't have that i8 or that fucking 550 Mercedes or anything like that, or like having fucking Versace and shit on, bro.
You didn't make it.
That's what, but it's crazy to me that you're saying that, you know what I mean? Like
success is different for everybody. Yeah. You know, and then it can get really, really crazy when you start comparing your success to others. Then you'll never be happy, right?
Never.
For me, I agree. I'm the same way. To me, making it right now, if I want to talk about, I made it with my podcast. Yeah. Making it to me is being able to live a comfortable life doing what I love, right? Right. So, and that doesn't mean having $1 billion. No. That means being able to make what I would make at a 9 to 5 doing this. Yeah. So if I can make like $5,000 a month off my podcast, bro, that's making it.
That's definitely making it.
That's fucking making it. Like, what else you want? That you can climb as high as you want to go, and I'm gonna keep striving for more. But at that level, I made it,
bro. That's how like for me with the music videos, like after a while, I just stopped like just taking to anybody. You know what I mean? Like. At first, it was cool, did it for fun, shit like that, and then started making money off of it. Then started making a lot of money off of it, and then started getting in situations like I'm like in the trenches with niggas I don't even fucking know. You know what I mean? Like just kicking or whatever, getting to know these niggas and shit like that, and then
you got them pointing guns at your camera.
Yeah, but not even them. It was like the people coming. Like I said, like you see niggas coming down the street, and you're like, who the fuck is that? And they're all paranoid and shit. I'm like, well, nigga, I'm out fucking Portsmouth. Who the fuck is he? You know what I mean? Like I don't know who the fuck this is. So it's like, all right, so like the money wasn't worth it. And then like I already was making enough money to where it was just like, all right, if I work with a couple people, it's cool. I can keep my fucking house, I can keep my car, shit like that. It was like it was never really been about the money for me. Like with Stu Money, bro, I never asked Stu Money for no money, yo. It was like I just did off the strength that was my nigga and we were just kicking it and I wanted to see the nigga make it. And the same thing with the twins. It was like a lot of people that I work with, it wasn't even about the money or if I got money off of it. You know what I mean? It was just do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to me, bro, I've done a few paid gigs like where people were hiring me to make like videos for them, whatever they want to do. Yeah. But for the most part, I'll be honest, like I'm so like emotionally connected to creating content and media that I really don't like working for money. Yeah. Not like I want to get paid for my stuff, obviously, but like I don't want to do a project that I don't like just for the money. Yeah. Like I'd rather just not do it.
Yeah, no, because you're not going to feel confident.
And also I don't like not having creative control. Yeah. When I'm doing stuff with other people and like they're paying me for it, like yeah, obviously they have a say so and like it's their product. But like I don't like that. I want to have full creative control of what I'm doing. Yeah. But I'm also not like I'm not the person where it's like I won't take an idea from somebody or I won't brainstorm and shit. Yeah. But when it comes to like me sitting down and editing and how I want this thing to look, that's like, I have a vision for that. Yeah. I know what works. I know how I want it to feel when you watch it. And like sometimes like I've realized that a lot of people, they don't really know what's good in media.
Nah.
Like, I've even noticed sometimes people will like use a clip from a podcast to like, because I post clips from the pod on Instagram.
Yeah.
Somebody will like try to find their own clip, and I'm like, why did you pick that clip? That's not it.
That's not it.
That's not it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
You gotta have an eye for this thing, like even like angles or like what is good. You know what I mean? That's a acquired. It's like an acquired taste.
Well, shit. And one thing that I've noticed from me doing music videos is just like my best music video that I thought that I did, people didn't give a fuck about.
Really?
Yeah, but like the simple shit, like the shit that took me like an hour to do and just threw some shit together, people loved. Like simple shit people love, bro. Like the creative side for me is like when I put like 20 hours into this fucking 3-minute video, you know what I mean? Or like it's like did some shit that nobody's ever seen before, shit like that. Like it's not appreciated to the point where I thought they would appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially music videos. It's very tedious work.
Yeah. Like, man, I hate sometimes if that's a song that I don't fucking like and I got to hear that shit for like 3 hours just back to back or hear this trash ass fucking song. Yeah. It's like, bro, I don't want to do that shit. That's part of the reason why I stopped doing it. But like,
when you become a work for hire, it just feels like it's not, I don't know. It's not as enjoyable.
No, it's
if your heart's not in the project.
It's a job, bro. It's a job. So like, I don't know. I've always thought like when I did my first film with James Jones at BBC, I was like, all right, shit, I made it.
That's the one about the guy I got shot at Walmart.
Yeah. So I was thinking like the whole time I was like, bro, I made it. I made thousands of dollars off this shit. Like everybody around the world's gonna see my shit. It's like, bro, nobody can tell me shit. And then like literally was nothing, bro. Like it was just another fucking thing.
Nobody cared.
Yeah, nobody gave a shit. You know what I mean?
They're like, Alex, who?
Yeah, it's like they don't give a fuck about me like that or whatever. And then like after I did my film with Allison, it was like, okay, again, it's like, bro, I've shot music videos for fucking famous people and shit like that, and always thought it was gonna translate into like more money or more this or whatever, and it never did. You know what I mean?
Well, most people that do music videos, they don't successfully build a brand for themselves.
No.
Cole Bennett did it. Lyrical Lemonade.
Yeah.
Mosh Pit did it. We you know Mosh Pit?
Yeah.
We did a
100%.
podcast. We did a podcast with him like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Was it in DC? Where did we go? Or did we go to Maryland? DC?
It was Maryland, right?
I forgot where the hell we went now. Was it Maryland? DC? He built us. He's like, I would say it's Cole Bennett and then Mosh Pit.
Yeah.
He's like he's still like, well, he does industry stuff too, but he still feels more underground to me.
Yeah.
Outside of them, you probably he does music videos too. Who else is like who else would you say built a brand really for themselves and not just like we're this unknown music video editor?
So look, there's a
who? Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Glock Films? Locka Films.
Have you heard of Buff Nerds?
Buff Nerds, no. Have you heard of them?
So look, they you've seen the FX Prism, right? The little shit that you put in front of the lens and it gives you like an effect.
Maybe if I've seen it, I can't remember right now.
So look, I was really into West Coast music.
These guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So look, he's been doing music videos forever, same time, and really like it got a lot of buzz and did a couple shit for famous people, whatever. But the thing that made him blow up was this product that he made, and it's like now he just does $1 million projects or whatever. But at the same time, it was like I called on to him, and he was like doing music videos for Kyle, and he was getting like 1 million views doing like a Lemonade, Gucci Man's Lemonade shit. And it's like, I saw him, I fuck with his shit. He had contests that I entered in and shit like that. And like, a lot of people don't really know. Like, if they're not into doing videos and shit like that, they won't know who the fuck I'm talking about. But he makes a fucking nice living. You know what I mean? Like, he still has like a whole bunch of people on fucking Instagram, like a whole bunch of followers and shit like that. But the product that he made with that Prism thing blew up. $1 million fucking company, bro. And it's like, do you really need everybody to know who you are to make a decent or a great living?
No. Especially in today's age, I always say that mainstream doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own niche thing they watch, their own people they like online. There's not like one thing that is like on a pedestal anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's like you can be super huge to 100,000 people.
Yeah.
And the rest of the world doesn't even know you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. This shit definitely, like I said, we go back to everything is about storytelling. Even if we get down to a random TikTok, 20-second TikTok video, still about the story.
Yeah.
And it seems like people forget that. So I guess really my last question is, so you get the funding, you guys are in production right now. I really just wanted to hear about what is some of like the research or like studying that you've done kind of throughout this process. Like, where are you gaining inspiration from? Like, where are you doing, like, what are you doing research on?
So I would say most of the research is on the people that are in the film and like asking them hard questions. You know what I mean? Like questions that you don't really get asked a lot, or if anything that they thought about. You know what I mean? And it's more or less like trying to get to that person, not that they suppressed, but who they truly are. So like in Virginia, you live out here. So it's like, if you're not in the fucking military, or you're not in the shipyard, like really what the fuck else you got out here? You know what I mean? And it's just like, if you had other opportunities, like let's say if you're in Atlanta, do you think that you're still be doing this rap thing at the same level if you were in Atlanta or LA or Texas? You know what I mean? Like even in New York. So it's like trying to understand them, who they are as a person, and then understanding what society like pressures put on them, and then how they respond to those pressures, and then who is doing what or where they going. So like one of the characters, my nigga Omar, like he was a rapper, you know what I mean? He was making money. He was in the military, or not military. He was in the shipyard stuff, and they was making money and opened up a studio. And then like really the studio shit it was costing more money than bringing in money. And then he had to make money because he had kids and shit like that. So it's like he started a truck business, a trash truck business, and making millions of dollars. Like today, he's making millions and millions of dollars. And it's like, why didn't other people think about like shit like this? You know what I mean? Like it's ironic to make $1 million off of trash, but he's found it and he's doing it. And then it's like, well, you see Randy, and like Randy, he got signed by Drum, and he was doing it. He was going out fucking Atlanta, meeting all these people and shit like that, making songs with Snoop Dogg and shit like that. And it's like, all right, well, he's found his avenue. What made him want to go this way, or like what he didn't give up? So it's like, all right, why did you think this way? What's going on in your life to make you want to continue to do this? You know what I mean? It's like that type of information that we need. And then trying to put it out there to the world that's in a presentable way, and then represents him the best possible way that we can do it. You know what I mean? So it's like trying to understand the people that I thought I understood before, but getting deeper into their lives, and then understanding what makes them click. You know what I mean?
For sure. Alex, I think this was great. I really appreciate you. Is there anything else you want to touch on? Anything else you want to leave the people with? The film is supposed to be out sometime in 2027. Does that sound like that timeline is still on track?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like right now, it's still supposed to come out. We're supposed to do a theatrical release in 2027. So like, what I mean by that is like we're gonna do like the Sundance and the TIFF fucking releases and stuff like that.
I'm trying to pull up, bro. Give me a little ticket, man. Give me in there. I want to be in the audience. Also, we didn't even mention what it's called. It's called The Video Guy.
Right now, it's called The Video Guy,
which kind of is like seeming like this is about you.
Man, they told us about that at IDFA too. So it's like the Video Guy is more like they thought it was going to be about me, but it's really not about me per se. It's about my niggas in the film, but I'm there through the whole time, kind of like how Cootie was in Yeezus. And like you get to know my life going through the lens of filming them. You know what I mean? So in a sense, you're the video guy too. You know what I mean? Like you're living.
The viewer is the video guy.
Yeah.
Love it. Thank you, Alex.
Yeah.
Excited to see the film. If we can get an early copy when it's done. I love exclusive shit. Let me know.
Oh, yeah, nah. Dude, bro,
he's like, bro, I'm not sending that shit out.
Nah, whole time, this podcast might be in the film too.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on. I feel like I didn't say anything wild enough. We need to go crazier. I usually say something really wild in the podcast. I feel like I was pretty tame.
Yeah, no. This was chill, yeah. No, this was chill. Like, bro, I wanted to bring my niggas with me, but it didn't work out that way.
Yeah. There's definitely some clips of Stu talking about the movie on our recent episode. I don't know if you'd use that, or feel free to use whatever. Hell yeah. Thank you, bro.
No problem, bro. Thanks for having me, bro.
Yes, sir.